Swerve on them.
Welcome back to Swerve Beats. If this is your first time, if this is your first video, consider subscribing if you want to take your business to the next level. And stay tuned to the end because I drop many gems throughout the video and you don't want to miss a thing. And speaking of missing a thing, go ahead and click that notification bell when you do subscribe so you can stay tuned or stay up to date with the things that I'm sharing. Because as I grow, you grow. And with that being said, as you can see by the title of the video, we are going to be working with the Flex VST and Heat Up 3. I didn't mention Heat Up 3 in the title, but we're just going to be working with Flex VST today. Flex VST has so many, and it's stocked with FL Studio 20.6. This is the latest version. It was updated on December 9th. So there are a lot of high quality sounds on here that people are probably sleeping on, and hits have been made with this VST. By hits, I mean beats like Suge. You feel me? So I'm not even gonna go through the presets right now. This is just my favorite section to use because this is my style. Every producer has their own different way of making beats, and these are some of my favorite instruments to use. I used to be in band class, so I was used to always be trying to remix stuff and make stuff sound dope. But I have a different vibe, something that the industry does not have, and I know it's unique, so that's what I'm gonna stick with. With let's see. With that being said, when you're making beats, you want different elements. A song is composed of different elements, and all of those different elements have to sound good together, and that's all you're looking for. So with these two instruments, that sounds pretty good together. So, and as you're adding more elements, you don't want to take away from that. You just want to add to it. You don't want to take away from those vibes, just add to those vibes. What a lot of people don't understand is that 808s are an instrument just as all the other instruments you're using. 808s are an instrument as well, and I kind of don't set my 808s in my kick because this is all it is. It's creativity. You're putting your ideas down. Just because a producer makes his beats or her beats a certain way doesn't mean it doesn't mean you have to stay within those boundaries. Use what they're saying, but use it to your advantage to bring your unique style out. You feel me? So what most producers do is they use the 808 and kick. They have them hitting simultaneously, but I use the kick drum to create more bounce for my beats. But with that being said, we're just gonna go ahead and make. This is an easy way to make take your beats to the next level. What you want to do is go ahead and click here, highlight all of these because we're going to put all of these in a mixture track. And to make it easier, just in case we're doing a collab, is color them just to make it look cool. So you send another producer that's using FL Studio this FLP, then boom, it'll just look nice and organized when you really have it built out. So this right here is pretty much the whole song, but this is a very easy way of doing it. As you can see, I have not split anything up into I haven't split anything up yet. Everything's still in one pattern. But as we're building the song, as we're arranging the song, you'll see how everything comes together if you stick to the end. I'm going to show you how to mix and master as well. So let's see. We are going to, since all of these are colored, we're going to go through and put them on our mixer. Right click on the first insert, select, oh, I lied, channel routing, then go to the second option, and then it'll lay everything out the way you have it over there with your colors. And so we're gonna take each sound one by one. I went ahead and put my parametric EQs on, but just to save a little time, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm just trying to do this as fast as possible so you can get back to making beats as fast as possible. I'm trying to make this short and sweet. And let's see, so this is hitting too high. You want to leave headroom when you're mixing, so when you move on to mastering, you can bring it up. You'll always be able to bring it up. So I want my main instruments, my melodies, I want those hitting at around 18 dB. And you can kind of see at the top right, top left corner, you can see it's hitting at 17.95. Well, that's not the highest point. The highest point was 14, so I want to bring that down somewhere around 18. That's cool right there. So we move on to the next instrument, and we'll see how loud that is. It's cool to mix in mono too, just to change it to mono. From stereo to mono, we turn this knob here. So we're going to turn that whole master to mono. You can actually hear the difference. So with that being said, it just makes it a little nicer at the end when you change it back to, or just put this back in the middle, just right click and reset. But for now, we're just gonna mix it in mono the way we have it. That sounds nice, even though it's not all the way up at 18 dB. It still sounds nice. So I'm going to leave it where I have it at, and because it sounds nice there, it don't need to be all the way up at 18, because this is our main driving part of the melody, so we're going to leave that alone. And when we add this next element, I apologize for the popping. I thought I fixed that, but we're gonna keep moving forward. And so just with these three, so you can see that this was it was drowning out the other two sounds, so I had to turn it down a bit. Now you're able to hear all three sounds clearly. Again, I apologize for the popping, but we're just going to keep moving. And I'm pretty sure all the rest of the sounds sound pretty nice, but we're going to check and see just in case. We'll put that back in mono. That sounds good. Where is that to me? So my cymbals were hitting down here, because you don't want that crisp. These are your highs. You don't want that crisp sound breaking. I mean, you want it to come through the mix, but not drowning out everything else. What you see, it's low, but you can still hear it. It won't be above your instruments. You want that, but you want your highs to be below your mids, basically. So your mids, these instruments are playing everything from this section, from like bass to treble-ish. Your highs are hitting in treble, so you kind of want to keep that clear. As you can see, I boosted the sounds that I wanted to hear from this instrument, the horns, or the band instruments, I should say, and then I cut off anything that might interfere with the highs, and I cut off everything that might interfere with the lows. nice. That's pretty nice. Because you'll see your 808 is going to be taking up a lot of this section here, so you don't want that the melodies from this instrument clashing with this instrument. Like I said, your 808 is an instrument as well, so you want that to be coming through pretty clean and clear. But this particular 808 that I'm using, it's all over the place, but I did cut out the frequencies that I did not want to hear. Because it still has some low end around here that I still want to come through, but I don't need everything else over here, so I cut it off just so it'll sound cleaner. It won't be as muddy. Okay, that perk sounding pretty nice where it is. And that down cymbal is sounding nice where it is. The kick is fine where it's at as well, but I do want to, I might actually have to change that up. So I like the way the kick is sounding. That kick is coming through a lot heavier than it was before, but I'm going to take out some instruments or take out a little bit of frequency as well. And to take those frequencies out, we put us another one in our what you call this thing here, the FX slot. So we're gonna the FX slot, we're gonna put another one here in our second one and go over to the presets, click over twice, and that gives you this preset here, 20 hertz. And I know that looks like a plus symbol. I'm about blind, so just bear with me. But anyway, we want to take out those the parts of the kick drum that we don't want to hear, or just to clean it up a bit. See how you hear how it's punching through the mix? But as you can see, it's peaking, it's in red, so we don't want that bad boy that high. Like I said earlier, we want to leave headroom for when we master. I want my 808 hitting harder than my kick drum in this particular track. And then we're gonna right click and then reset it, and then you'll be able to hear everything pretty clear from here. So all that popping is coming from CPU space. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna lower, because I got like 95 things running at the same time. So again, I do apologize for the popping. This isn't the way the final version is gonna sound. But let's see, we are going to, for our master, make sure you have your master highlighted, and we're gonna work with this one now. Since we already mixed it, now we're gonna master it. And so we're gonna go up to our FX slots. I like to put this one at the bottom because this is pretty much the last thing we have to do. And we look for Maximus. Actually, that won't be the title of the video. We're gonna name it Mastering with Maximus, because I know a lot of people may be not, well, they need some master aid. They want to know how to do it, so that's why I'm going to name this video that. So Mastering with Maximus, we are going to go to our presets after we already have it in our FX slot. We're going to go to our presets, right click, and look for master aid, because we need help with mastering. So we're going to click on master aid. Actually, let me let you hear it with the master 8 off as well. So turning the master 8 off. I'm sorry for the popping, but you did hear the difference once I cut that on, and it keeps it around, it keeps it at 0. This is also a limiter as well. So we're going to take everything one by one and work with it. We're going to solo it. Go to your lows, solo it, so you can hear just the lows. Pause that. We pause the screen by, or pause this section of the screen by clicking it. And so you see, this is pretty much where that 808 hits all these peak points. And this is where it's keeping it at 0. So it limits the, and you see it gets compressed here at the top. It's compressing when it gets above 0 or about to peak around 0. So all those high notes get compressed. And we want to right click somewhere on this graph and on this incline here and try to bring that this from here to here. We want to try to shorten the gap. We're trying to compress it. That's all compression is. We're trying to take it from this. We're trying to shorten the gap between this part and this part, or this part and this part, this part, this part, this part, this part. We're trying to create some compression here so it's not so far out or so far away from each other. And then we bring that down by clicking this top point here and bringing that down a little. But since I like my drums to be the highest thing in my track, I'm going to leave it there. Then we move on to our mids, and we're going to do the same thing with those. Compress these high parts and try to get them close to the low part. And so you see when I right click, that's where it's gonna, that's where the gap is gonna kind of be shortened at, I guess I could say, or if that makes sense. But with right clicking, I'm still holding my mouse down so you can see the orange line of where everything is. The points that we're working with is right here. So we want to go to our little point here, bring that down, try to compress that a little bit more as well. And you can see by these little white lines it's getting compressed. I want to do the same thing with the highs. And you can also bring that part up once you make that point, you can bring it over to your right. It's going to be loud. You test it out for yourself. I don't want to bust your drums or your speakers or anything, but if you bring it out this way, that's kind of like gain, the output gain. It's going to bring that section up if you move it over to the left. But we're going to keep it in line with this block here. Want to keep it in line. Man, y'all better leave me alone. And let's see, we're going to bring that down as well, trying to compress this too, because we don't want those highs like super wild, super crazy, super loud. All right, another thing I forgot to mention is this stereo separation knob. I like to bring that over a little bit to the right for stereo, and bring the mids, the instruments over to the right for stereo separation. But my lows, I want those bad boys to be in mono, right in front of you, popping, jumping, giving you that real feeling, you know what I'm saying? So, and then we go to our master and we listen to what we just worked on. And we can see it's hitting at 0, and we want to leave room for the artist. So we are going to try to put this around 3 dB and see where it sounds, see what it sounds like. And then we're just going to bring it up with this one, the ceiling. We're gonna bring it up a bit, and you can see the ceiling raising. Well, yeah, you can see the roof raising on that joker. You feel me? So our roof is at 0 right now. 0. You can see in your top right up here. You can see at the top it's at 0. All your sounds are at 0 dB right now, and so we're gonna raise it up a bit. That popping is really annoying, but it sounds good there to me. So now that we have all of that in order, we are going to move on to arranging our beats. And so to start arranging it, we click right here, the arrow down where our pattern is, and go to split by channel. After we split it, you see everything pops up over here. Hold down control, click all of these instruments, and drag them over here. Boom, everything labeled, you good to go. And I'm just gonna hold down shift as these are highlighted and copy it over, because of course this is our intro, so we don't want to bring everything in all at once. Or if you choose to, that's cool, but not for this particular one. I'm not bringing everything all at once. I'm letting the beat build, not like that. And make sure you got the song, because it's still on pattern, because everything's split and it's on the kick. That's why y'all just heard that. So make sure you have this turned to song mode, and then work from there. And then I want to introduce another element here, because I'm really trying to keep the listener's ear. So I'm going to take out 4 bars of this. And then, that's where you go into your hook. I don't want to introduce the kick drum into that part yet, so I'm going to take that out. I'm only introducing instruments. Well, I do want to keep that there. I'm only introducing instruments as we go along, and I'm going to keep that out just simply because when I'm getting ready to introduce the hook, when I'm getting ready to introduce the hook, I want to leave that open for the artist. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with this instrument in a second. Sorry for that pop, and that thing is really getting on my nerves. I don't even think I want to keep that. Yeah. Just to add some variance to it, I'm gonna cut that last little part out. See, this is gonna be for the artist, let's see, 4, 8, 12 bars. And then for the 16th, we want to leave that open. For the 16th bar, we want to leave that open for the artist to, have room to play with, like if they want to go into a pre-chorus or whatever. And let's see what the okay, and we are back. Sorry, I had to take a pee break. Gotta make sure this thing on still though. Okay, yeah, we're still good. But just with that, where were we? Oh yeah. So this is our hook or pre-chorus, if you will. You just want to leave room for the artist to be able to do different things because no artist is the same, but you kind of giving them room to be creative as you're being creative. You feel me? A song is like a joint thing. Y'all kind of got to be on the same page. Like the chemistry, you just got to find the artists that have your chemistry, some that you find dope, and then you'll be able to make that's how new sounds are born. So many people are trying to be the next best artist or the next up artist. They trying to be the next up artist. You know what I'm saying? You can take that either way. Like that mean that's kind of like a double entendre. They're trying to be the next best artist instead of being themselves, or they want to be the next best artist that's out right now. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, that's I'm really messing with that. Let me see. And then when we go, I want this to be there. That's pretty much it, guys. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. And I need my downbeat symbol there because everything we have now, we're just gonna copy over. That's it. We're just gonna copy everything over, and that's the whole song. So we're gonna hold down our control button, drag all the way up to the point where that downbeat symbol, or if you do have anything in this section, and hold down control, or while you still have control, that press down, press B, and that copies it right over. And you can see it's ending around here, but I want my beat to end at 120. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy that one more time and just erase everything else. Boom, and you can see it ends at boom, ended with 120, and just erase all of this stuff. And that's our whole song, right, y'all? Right now, that's the whole song, y'all. I'm not even kidding. So we're gonna play it from the hook part, and then you'll hear it go into the next part. As you can see, I don't want to play too much of it because I haven't fixed this popping issue yet, but I will get it fixed hopefully very soon. And I will post the full link to this. I'll post a link to this beat if you want to hear it. It'll probably be on like Spotify or something. That's another way you earn income as well. Like I figured out how to make money from just music other than sending it to artists. Like I said, that's why you need to go ahead and subscribe because I got some tips for you. I got tips for you, but we're just gonna end it right there. The name of this beat will be Mars, and I'll post a link down. You should find the description. You should find the link to the beat in different locations in the description, depending on the platform that you use. But thanks for watching, and if you did find this helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. That helps. YouTube got so many different things going on right now, but if y'all can go ahead and drop that like, that helps my channel, and it helps me get seen, and it helps other artists with their creativity as well. But go ahead and like, subscribe, drop a comment. What part of this did you find helpful? Let me know what I need to work on, and just so I can better serve you guys. But anyway, hit that notification bell, subscribe. I'll holler at y'all later. Swerve out. Swerve.